Hello everyone, welcome to Rofel BBA Digital Classes. Myself, Professor Anjali Patel. In your previous video, we had covered a topic that is qualities of an entrepreneur, and even we have learned about a difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman. In today's section, we will learn about evolution of entrepreneurship. How does entrepreneur have been evolved from century to century? That is from 16th century to your 21st century, and what will be the future of this entrepreneurship? Let's see this evolution from century to century. In earliest period, that is before 16th century, the earliest definition of entrepreneur has go between his macropole. Now the question arises, what is your macropole? Macropole was a Venetian merchant, explorer and a writer. He believed to have a journey across the Asia. He used to sign a contract. The person who was involved was used to sign a contract with a venture capitalist to sell his goods. And this capitalist was nothing but a risk bearer. He has the ability to take a risk in his uncertainty. The merchant take the role of this trading. After the successful selling of goods and completing his trip, that profit was shared by this capitalist and the merchant. That was a period of your before the 16th century, that is your earliest period. In that, the entrepreneur was treated as a trade between across your country of Asia. In 16th century, this entrepreneur has undertook to a military expedition from the French Main. In 16th century, the French Main, that was a evaluated author of an entrepreneur who undertook military expenditure were referred to as an entrepreneur. Now, what is a military expenditure? A military campaign designed to achieve a specific objective in your foreign country or in a specific country. That is considered to be a military expenditure. So, in simple way, in earliest period, entrepreneurship was treated as a trade between across the country, and it was a contract among the venture capitalists. In 16th century, military expenditure were referred to as an entrepreneur. Now, let us move this evolution to 17th century. Let us see this evolution of an entrepreneurship in 17th century. The evolution of entrepreneurship in 17th century was related with the relations between a risk and entrepreneur. It was having a entrepreneurship was related with a risk and the entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a person who signed a contract agreement with the government to provide a service or supply a goods that have been determined. The contract price was fixed. In this 17th century, entrepreneurship, that is entrepreneur or entrepreneurship, is a person who had signed a contract agreement with the government to provide a service or supply the product, and that contract was fixed at a certain price, and then entrepreneur was fully responsible for the gain and the losses of the business. So that's why in 17th century, the evolution of entrepreneur is treated as a relations between the risk and entrepreneur, because all the gains, all the losses of the business was totally responsible by an entrepreneur. If it is loss been occurred in the business, that need to be bear by entrepreneurs. So in 17th century, an entrepreneurship evolution was related with a risk. So we consider to be a risk taker as an element of an entrepreneur. So that evolution, that risk taker ability has been generated from the 17th century. Let's see this evolution in 18th century. Now, what happened in 18th century? It was a Richard Cantillon, a French economist who applied the term entrepreneur to business for the first time. That means term entrepreneur was related to a business. He is regarded by some as a founder of the term. Richard Cantillon is considered to be a founder that he has applied the term entrepreneur to a business. Now, as per the Richard Cantillon, what is entrepreneur being defined? Entrepreneur as a person who buy a factor service. Now, what is factor service? That is your factor of production. That is your land, labor, capital at a certain price. Because we used to buy a land, we used to buy a capital, we used to have a labor. We used to purchase them at a certain price with a view to sell them, because these resources are being converted into product or a service, and that product and service are being sold at uncertain price in the future. That is being defined by Richard Cantillon. So Richard Cantillon has defined that entrepreneurship has been evaluated as a factors of production that need to be buy and sell at a certain price in your future. Now, let's move this evolution to our 19th century. What was this entrepreneurship in the 19th century? In 19th century, entrepreneur was not differentiated from the manager. That means entrepreneur and the manager were considered to be a same. As we know that right now in 20th century, we used to differentiate manager and entrepreneurship. But in 19th century, the entrepreneur and manager were not differentiated. They were treated as same. They view mostly from the economic perspective only. Manager and entrepreneurs are considered to be having a risk-taking, contribute his own initiative and a skill. He used to plan, though both entrepreneur or a manager, he used to plan, organize and lead his enterprise. So in 19th century, the main thing that been emerged is that entrepreneur and manager were not differentiated, were not distinguished from each other. They view mostly from the economic perspective only. That was an evolution in 19th century. Now let's move this evolution to our 20th century. Now, during your earlier 20th century, Juving equated entrepreneur with a business promoter. In 19th century, we have learned that entrepreneur and manager same. But now in 20th century, entrepreneur is considered to be a business promoter. We know that business promoter are being viewed as one who transfer idea into a profitable business. Now, this Joseph, who described an entrepreneur as an innovator, according to him, entrepreneur is an innovator who developed untried technology. Now, in 20th century, there were two authors. First one, Dewey has equated that entrepreneur is considered to be a business promoter also. Both are same, and this promoter are nothing but who transfer ideas into a profitable business. And in this 20th century only, Joseph has described, has considered that entrepreneur is considered to be innovative because he used to develop new ideas. He used to generate new ideas. So according to him, entrepreneur is the one who is an innovative who always develop an untried technology. That was an evolution in 20th century. Now let's see and move towards our 21st century. What was the evolution in 21st century? That is, our research scientist T-Bone pointed out that it is not always important that individual come up with an entirely new idea to be called as an entrepreneur. In meaning of entrepreneur, you have learned that. In element of an entrepreneur, you have learned that entrepreneur is considered that entrepreneur is the one who come up with new idea. But in 21st century, it was evaluated that it is not always that entrepreneur will come up with a new ideas only. If some incremental value, if some adding incremental value had been added to a current product or services, he can be rightly be called as an entrepreneur. So in 21st century, what was the evolution that person come up with a new idea is not always been entrepreneur, is always considered to be an entrepreneur. But not always we need to come with new idea. If we have added some incremental value to our product, to our service, then that person is also considered to be an entrepreneur. That has been evaluated in 21st century. So it is not always being said that a person coming with new ideas is considered to be an entrepreneur. Now, in this 21st century, person used to have an incremental value in his product and service, and he used to have his entrepreneurship. That person is also considered to be an entrepreneur. Now, what will be the future of an entrepreneur? Now, what will be the future of this entrepreneurship? The future of entrepreneurship will be based on the growth and development of technology, because we know that now total future is totally depend upon our technologies and our development and growth of technology. The modern technology and our internet access have improved the way of conduct the business. We know very well now, totally due to our technologies, due to our internet accesses, all the things are being accessed with the simple click. Entrepreneur now have the luxurious of putting the business idea into action through a click of button. So in the future of entrepreneurship is totally depend upon the growth and the development of our technologies, and it is just because of internet access. With a simple click, we can have an idea to be into an action. So that is the future of an entrepreneurship in your generations. So this was the evolution from your 16th century to a 21st century. In simple way, for the revised purpose, let's see what is the evolution 16th century, 17th century, 18th, 19th, 20th and 21st century. In 16th century and in the earliest period, Macropole considered entrepreneur as a merchant. In 16th century, entrepreneur was treated as a military expedition. In 17th century, entrepreneur were considered to be a related or a relation between a risk and an entrepreneur. Matlab, entrepreneur is considered to be a risk taker. In 18th century, the term entrepreneur is being applied to a business for the first time. And as per Richard Cantillon, the person used to buy the factor of production, that is factor service, convert into some product or a service and sell at a certain price in the future. It's considered to be an entrepreneur in 18th century. In 19th century, manager and an entrepreneur was not differentiated, was not distinguished. They both treated, mostly viewed as an economic perspective only. In 20th century, entrepreneur was equated with a business promoter, a promoter who convert idea into a profitable business. And in that only, Joseph is considered entrepreneur as an innovator. Now, in 21st century, what we have learned and what you have seen, a person coming with a incremental value to his product or service is also been considered to be an entrepreneur. It is not always that entrepreneur coming with new ideas always considered to be an entrepreneur. It is only considered to be an entrepreneur. But a person coming with or adding some incremental value to his product and service is also considered to be an entrepreneur. And what is the future of an entrepreneurship? That is totally depend upon the growth and the development of technology. With your internet access, with your modern technology, you can conduct a business entrepreneur or you can conduct a business with a click of button. That is the future of entrepreneur. Hope you are clear with the topic of evolution of entrepreneurship. Thank you, all my students.